In this practical, you're going to be examining the effects of changing concentration of a sucrose solution on the rate of osmosis in or out of cores of potato. This will test your understanding of the processes of osmosis and the meaning of concentration gradient. So to start off with, what you're going to do is you're going to take a potato and you're going to take 3 cores out of the potato. So there's one. You'll be given a push stick to actually obtain the cores out. There we go, there's number 1. Number 2. And number 3. So these are the cores that we're going to actually test. We'll just leave that over there. Attend to him in a few minutes. So there are 3 cores. We're just going to trim them off so they're all approximately the same length. It's not absolutely critical, the size of them. First thing to do is to trim off the skin end, because the skin end is pretty impermeable to water compared to the rest of the tissue. I'm then going to just trim it off to about 35 millimeters. There we go, that's 35. Take the skin end off to that one. And again, 35. Okay, and the last one, again, 35. Okay, so that's our cutting sorted out. I'll just get rid of those bits into the bin there. Put that to one side. What we're going to need to do is we're going to need to obtain a starting mass. That one looks totally different actually. Let's remeasure that. Just trim that off a little bit. It's better. So what we're going to do now is we're going to measure the mass of all of these potato cores, and you're going to record it in a table which you're going to draw up at time 0. So this is the mass at time 0. This is going to be the core that we're going to expose to a 6% sucrose solution. This one's being exposed to 40%, this one a 60%. Make sure you keep track of the cores of potato throughout the session. If you get them crossed over, it'll totally invalidate your results. You'll be given the particular solutions that you'll be working with on a schedule on the day of the practical. So what we're going to do now is I'll pop those into there. We'll go and just weigh them on the scales. So these are our laboratory scales. You may have to queue up a little bit. We've got 4 sets in the lab. First thing to do is we're going to pop the things, we're going to use a spare beaker as a weighing container. I need to 0 that because I'm not at all interested in what the weight of the beaker is. So this is our first core. So the mass at time 0, 3.6 grams. Back it goes. 40% core. Zero the scales again. 3.39. Into the 0 minutes column. Okay. Find our 60%. 3.36. Back into the pot it goes. Okay. We're going to leave that beaker there because we're going to need it every time we reweigh. Next thing we want to do now, we're going to add our relevant sucrose solutions. We only just need to cover the potato cores. So I'm going to just cover this one, like so. That's our 40%. keep your eye on these. You may need to top some of them up. Don't let the potato become exposed, but I don't want to see anybody with a half full beaker. Okay, that's the start. I'm going to start the timer. And in 5 minutes' time, I'm going to reweigh those samples and we're going to see what's actually happened to them. Okay, so we're just up to just over 5 minutes now. So I'll reset the clock. I'm going to take the 3 potato cores out. I've actually changed the order around, and you'll notice that I've actually mixed up the solutions now, just so that you have to actually do it for yourselves. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take out the potato cores, like so. 3. So these are in an order which only I know about. I'm going to just roll them to get rid of the surplus moisture, like so, and like so. And then I'm going to take them over to the scales and I'm going to reweigh them. Remember, only I know what these solutions are. So there we go. This one's 3.67 grams. That will go into my 5-minute box for whatever concentration it was. Second reading, 3.36 for whichever one it was. Third reading, 3.38. So I'm going to put all of those into the relevant line for the relevant concentration of my solutions. And I'm going to repeat that for 25 minutes. At the end of 25 minutes, I'll then be able to carry on and start processing the data.